So what's up guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about being sick, getting sick, what to do after sickness and things like that. I'm still sick as I'm making this video, so I thought it would be timely to make this video since it's an easy idea to make a video about. I can't make any content at the gym because I can't get to the gym to record anything new, at least. I do have some old footage, of course, I can use. Anyways, so I thought I would talk about getting sick. So what do you do when you get sick and you can't do sports anymore, really? Now again, it depends on your severity of the sickness. So if you have a really bad fever and everything, you obviously don't want to go to the gym. You're gonna hurt your heart and everything, and that's gonna lead to further consequences for you, pretty much, depending on what illness you have. So that's first thing, is you don't want to exercise. And you know, I'm obviously not a doctor, and you shouldn't, like, this whole video, I'm just gonna preface this, is not advice, like doctor advice. Like, you should listen to me and just do everything I say. This is just my take and things I know that are kind of like common knowledge or things I would do. But again, everything is very individual, and how your body handles things is very individual, so you have to take that into consideration. But I can give some like general tips on how to get back into training and things like that I'm planning to do anyway, as I'm getting back into it, and my plan kind of in this video, as well as just giving tips regarding this topic. So first of all, when you get sick, you obviously want to maintain your size. So what you want to do is still keep eating healthy, even though the healthy foods might not taste as good when you're sick. You still want to try to eat healthy foods, like, you know, fruits, vegetables, oatmeal, eggs, etc. Take your vitamins. That's going to help you recover faster. Drink a lot, and that's going to help maintain your size and get you healthy faster, depending what you have as your illness. And then obviously, as you get through the illness, what you want to do is, depending on the illness and how long it has side effects, if you have like fever for a long time, like let's say a week or more, then you have to kind of consider, usually the guideline is like, if you have a week of fever, then you take a week off from the gym or any like hard exercise. Maybe you can get back in like slowly, but I would say mostly just take like a week off and then get back into it, so you can get more fresh into it, because your body needs time to recover from the fever and other effects you might have had on your body, because your body just can't handle it at the end of the day. If you're going to go into the gym and you've been just really ill, your body is gonna just not be as adapted anymore to your technique and everything. Your heart is not gonna be as strong. Overall, your muscles and everything is gonna be weaker, like 5 to 20% at least, and it's just not gonna work out for you. So it's better just to take the break and then come back stronger, and you're gonna avoid any other side illnesses you might get after you've just been ill for a long time, perhaps. So it's very important to think about that when you're coming back into it. As far as coming back into it, obviously eating and bulking helps a lot to regain strength if you've been out for weeks and weeks and weeks. If it's only been like 2 weeks, it's probably not too bad. You don't lose too much muscle in like 2-3 weeks, I would say. After like a month, if you come back there after a month, then I would seriously consider your plan as to getting back into it. You should start very light, because I've been through that before and with an injury, and you really have to start light, and you can't do a lot. You have to pick your movements depending on what problem you have and see where you can start from and get going. But it's gonna suck pretty much, especially after an injury, if it's like your arms or hands, maybe your feet, legs. Those kind of stuff really suck as far as getting back into training and getting the adaptations and just trying to get strength back, because you're gonna be really weak. Hopefully I'll myself recover soon so I can get back into it. I have not trained since last week on Monday, so, and it's Friday the next week now. So it's been over a week since I've been training. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I guess that's gonna be interesting to see if I'm gonna like still have my strength and size to an extent. And we'll see how it goes. recovery wise and how fast I can get back into training. But I'm probably gonna start off light and everything like that. But anyways, those are some tips that I would give when it comes to like when you get sick, and then what you do once you get out of sickness. Now, another way, when you get out of sickness or your illness, then you can basically go to try do some cardio, some light stuff. Just do some cardio and see how you feel. Maybe 20 minutes, and see if you feel lightheaded and things like that. That can also tell you if you're like feeling bad doing training, and if you should even train. It's just do like a warm-up, and if you feel like bad, then just don't continue. Or if you just start feeling lightheaded, if you straight go into training. But yeah, I would avoid like heavy leg days, because those are usually the most tough on your body. It's like a heavy squat or deadlift day. In my experience, the upper days are usually easier, like it's not that taxing on your overall system. It's still taxing, but not like crazy, like if you're ready to come back into training, sort of. Or if you still have a little bit of symptoms like a flu and you're coming back into training, or a cold, whatever, and you're coming back into training, then you have to think about that as well. Now that's pretty much like the most tips I would have for getting back from an illness into training. Is just taking in mind nutrition, hydration, and your training, as well as taking into consideration your individual body and how you're feeling, as well as just like take into account obviously your doctor's opinion, and take into account what illness you have and what problems it might cause during like lifting or whatever sport you're doing. So take those things into account, and then you would have a good overview of how you should get back into training. And that's pretty much all I would have to give for tips on this topic as of right now. I hope I will recover soon myself, and this week's video is just going to be this pretty much. Nothing crazy. I'm still sick. I don't really have the energy to do like any crazy editing, probably maybe a little bit on this video, some overlay stuff, but you know, like I'm still trying to recover. So this is kind of a chill video. I'm just kind of talking about this experience and what I would recommend and what I'm planning to do. So I hope you got something out of it, and thank you for watching the video. If there's a will, there's a way.